This is the London Asian session stream. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all are doing well. If you're new to the stream, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We're live every weekday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, it's really 7:30 p.m. Eastern, but we started a little bit later today. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We typically will go cross into London session. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you get anything of value, or if you just have fun watching me struggle. Either or, it's all appreciated. It's all appreciated. All right, let's get right into the charts. All right, cool. All right, so typically, right, so as we go further, right, typically when I'm doing my top down analysis, right, I won't go monthly, weekly, daily. I won't go to the monthly every single time during the week, right? I only visit the monthly, right, at the beginning of each week, right? So typically, right, but I just go to the monthly just to show the whole process, right, the whole thought process. All right, cool. I got a level here. I'm gonna just take that out real quick. All right, so looking at the monthly, where are our current levels, right? So we have this level here at what is this, 206.33. we have a resistance level here at 203.61 ish, right? And then I would say you also have, so since we're pushing up, or we've been pushing up for quite a while here, I'd say you also have this level up here, which is at 208 point something, 208.576, right? So I'd say these are the levels that we're currently playing. We're currently in this range from 206.33 to 203.61. If I should adjust that for it to be support, that would come down here, right? Boom. So this, I actually prefer this level as well, right? So you have this level at 202.922, so I prefer that as the level, to be honest. So if you look to the left here, yeah, your previous candle closed below 202.922, right? We look to the left, see what price has done in the past when closing below that level, right? So here you closed below the level, you made a top wick, drove down. Here you closed respecting as well, respecting the level, made a top wick, drove down, right? So we look at where we sort of came down, what areas we came down to make a bottom wick before we eventually drove back up to retest that level again. And I would say around these areas here, right? Around these areas here. Something similar happened here, right? In that we, where's that? In that we did reject off this level, right? We came down a lot deeper, right? But the actual push was somewhere around here, right? So I'll say somewhere around these levels is where we would typically expect to see a bottom wick, right? We look at our current candle, right? Close respecting this previous candle, this next candle, or our current candle. We never made a bottom wick towards that level, but if you look here, right, we have already closed above this level and respected this level, right? So this is just a general area, right? So these are the areas where that have driven us up, right, in the past, right? These are the areas that have driven us up in the past. So yes, but there's potential here, right? There is potential that we might just continue to drive up here for this monthly, or before this monthly closes. I mean, that's actually crazy. This monthly closes in 2 days, right? That's actually crazy how fast time is gone. But yeah, so before this closes, there's potential we continue to reject this level here, and then we sort of come down. I mean, that's gonna have to be 2 days of some high volatility, right? If we're gonna do the whole move of coming down here, making that bottom wick, and then closing back bullish, right? But we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. But yeah, potentially we don't have enough of a bottom wick, but you could also view this movement here as price making that bottom wick at those levels, right, to push us up, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens there. Is that, oh no, this doesn't even count. Yeah, that doesn't even count actually. So it'll be there, closing below there. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I mean, I had this level before because I thought I was looking at closures below this level, but it's actually closures below this level, so this doesn't count, right? But if you have this, if you look at this candle here, right, you have this candle come here, respect, right, top wick, respect, bottom wick towards these areas here to drive up, right? And you can also see here you have bottom wicks in these areas in general as well to drive us up. So yeah, this right here is a good level for us to drive up from. And as you can see, price, you know, we've already made that much of a bottom wick. So yeah, so you know, this is why you don't rush the analysis sometimes, right? You don't rush the analysis. So yeah, I went back, I looked at it again, and now it's a different outlook, right? So now price has done what we needed to do before before driving up here long term. So we'll see if that's, you know, if that wants to start happening now, or if that's what's currently happening already, right? Yeah, we'll see. All right, moving on to the weekly real quick. So monthly level 206.33, right? Pans out on the weekly as well. These areas, rejection areas, right? Same thing, you can see them, you can see that level, right? You can see that level on the weekly as well. And I bet you turn left, right, you see price pushing up heavy from these levels, right? Okay, cool. Let me see what happens when I push this level up. The previous candle closed respecting 206.33, right? So this is resistance right here. Last time you were closed respecting, you drove down, right? That melted. Let's see, close respecting, came down, bottom way there. Close respecting, drove down. Yeah, I mean, based on the weekly, most times you close respecting this level, you tend to drive down. All right, you tend to drive down, and if you don't, you're looking at a bottom wick towards 204.11 minimum. All right, so I mean, I'm looking at this right here. All right, this formation right there. All right, same thing here. Close respecting, tap that level, close respecting, came down for the bottom wick, and then drove up. Yeah, so I'd say this doesn't look like it's ready to go. So based off of previous price action, I would assume that you want to come down here first for a bottom wick, right? Just based off of previous price action, I would assume price wants to come down here, tap this level first before we start driving up. That's not too much to ask for on the weekly, I don't think, but we're still, the important thing here is we're seeing the same sort of sentiment on both the monthly and the weekly, right, which are, for now anyways, buys. Okay, let's go on to the daily. Does that daily not have a bottom wick? Barely a bottom wick. Barely a bottom wick on this daily. Interesting. Okay, so higher time frame levels, probably match up here as well. Let's put this up here. All right, got that support. And then take this up here. Okay, let's see. See what this, yeah, heavy resistance from these levels up here. All right, held the support, drove us up. Yeah, let's see what these levels look like around current price action. Okay. So that would be this level here, level of support. See, that's resistance. Okay, so based on this daily, we close respecting this 205.61 level, which as you can see here is it has driven us down with quite some strength here, right? Quite some momentum. So this is a strong level because it has held as support for a good push up, right? And we've also held it as resistance for a more than a good push down, right? I actually just want to see. So then you have these as well. You have these instances of price rejecting here, but instead of driving down, holding support around these areas to drive us up. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So with that being said, boom. Yeah, so based off of previous price action, if you were gonna drive from this area, it would be this level right here. All right, if you retesting, right, the fact that you close respecting, right, you've already closed respecting this level. So now if you were gonna continue to drive up even after having closed respecting, you're most likely gonna make a bottom wick towards 204.481. The only difference here is we made that bottom wick first, right? So coming down, we already tested this level and then we pushed up and respected. So I mean, yeah, I mean, based off of previous price action, I would expect price to still make a bit of a bottom wick here, right, before we drive up. So things are looking bullish. There are potential for buys, but they have to sort of load up. They do have to make themselves known, right? But yeah, right now it does seem like this daily should get a steeper bottom wick, but we will see. And we will try to take advantage. All right, looking at the 4. Just looking at the 4. Okay, good level there. Let's see. Okay, I was looking at the charts before stream started, like at, let me say 7:30. No, not 7:30, even earlier than that, like 6. All right, I was looking at the screen around like 6, and let me tell you, I was a little tempted to get in a position, but I had to save it for the stream, for the boys. Okay, let me see. It's that level there. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward here on the 4 hour. Right, look at that formation. All right, bottom wick. So previous candle rejected this level of resistance, came down, formed bottom, came down, closed no bottom wick. Or well, I guess we do have a bottom wick, but it's almost nothing, right? Almost non-existent, that bottom wick. Then this next candle, we have a bottom wick, right, that took out the lows of the previous candle, and then we're pushing up, right? after we tested this level, right, came down, that couldn't drive us further down than this. Now we're coming back up. If this 4-hour candle closes above 206, I would say that's pretty good for taking buys. That would not be a terrible trade to take, but we need to get the entry. Hence, we need price to close above 206.015. Because coming up to that level, you tap that level, you might just reject, right? Something similar to this. And yes, your top wick might actually take you to 206.4. If that's what you want to play, you can play that game. But look here, right? The same instance here, you couldn't drive past, right? You never tapped into that level, still came down. Didn't run down completely, but you did. I mean, you don't really want to be in the trade longer than you need to be. Or no, that's not even the right thing to say. I'm trying to say you don't need to be in the long trade, right? You don't need to get into any trade that you've already sort of pegged as, yeah, this one is gonna be a minute. Because the least or the less amount of time you're exposed to risk, the lower the chances of you effing up, you know, effing up your psychology, your rules, etc. All right, cool. So that's in. Yeah, I'd say 4 hours looks good for taking these buys. You might be able to hop on the train as it's moving, right? But yeah, I'd prefer that closure, that 9 o'clock closure, or we'll see what 8:30 does, right? So let's quickly go down to the hourly time frame, our bread and butter, the star of the show. All right, so while we were talking, right, price was doing something here, right? Close above, close inside his range, and now we're pushing up. So nothing more I can do here. Would I have taken this position? Maybe, depends, right? So I started looking at price from around here. As soon as we closed respecting like this, right, as soon as we closed bullish off this candle, I was gonna take these buys. I was gonna take these buys to go up and then go BE right here and then potentially continue driving up. But not to make an excuse or anything, just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, price coming up now. Yeah, I mean, look to the left here, right? You had a bottom wick towards this level and you flew up. So you have a bottom wick already, a good enough bottom wick, I would say. So if you're gonna fly up, you're gonna fly up. Yeah, so this is all I got. I have to go on or go off of. So okay, so there's that, and then there's this. Just put this there. So I'm putting this level here just because it's the higher time frame level. So that's the 4 hour level as well. I believe that's the 4 hour level. Yep. Yeah, so that's the 4 hour level. So I'm gonna leave that right there. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's pretty much it. So if we were gonna be taking buys here, we're taking buys aiming for 206.68. right? But then you have your break even points, right? You have your break even, or yeah, depending on whether price closes above or below. So price can do one of few things, I think, here, right? Well, it can do a lot of things, right? But these are the things I'm thinking about, right? Price coming up, tapping this level, right? Closing, respecting. So hourly closer, closing, respecting this level here. You see a bottom wick on the new candle. We take those buys going up, right? Take those buys going up. Let me see, closer. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you close above there. You're closing above the 4 hour level, so you're chilling, right? You're chilling. So all you need is a bottom wick. You drive up, you're going up. Other instance, right? Pretty much the same thing. Just you come up, instead of closing above here, or instead of closing below here, you close above. Boom. Give me a quick boom and bang. Something like that. All right, that's the other option. And this one actually probably gonna need a bit of a bottom wick, considering you're coming back into the range, huh? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. That's the 4 hour, right? That's for that one, and then I'll see you for Jana. All right. Yeah, the other one is actually pretty much that. Pretty much that. All right, cool. Let's see what happens though. Let's see what happens. 30-minute about to close. I don't see myself taking anything off the 30, to be honest, but we'll see. We will see. Hey, don't forget, leave a like, subscribe. You get anything of value, or if you just like to watch my pain and suffering, make sure you live engage in the chat, you know, ask questions. We all here to help each other type shit. Okay, all right, y'all vibe out. So we're gonna be waiting on the 30 here. Close. Oof. 30 close that. Close with. All right, yo, vibe out. All right, we back. So there goes our 30-minute close. So I mean, we're seeing quite a bit of momentum here. We are seeing quite a bit of momentum. Actually, well, I mean, not momentum, sorry, volume, right? We're seeing quite a bit of volume. So the new 30-minute opened up, started coming straight down, no top wick. So quite the rejection from that level. I mean, expected, but we'll see what happens here. Let's see if we're gonna recover. Let's see if we are gonna recover. If we do recover, potentially this is just gonna drive up. Yeah, because I'm looking at this candle here, right? You see how you respected this level, came down, created a bottom wick towards these areas, right? And then you drove up, and then this candle sort of continued to move all the way to 206.4, right? Look at where we create our bottom wick here, right? So similar areas, right? Similar areas that we're rejecting off of to the top side. Yeah, let's see what happens, right? Let's assume this bottom wick was made first. So we came up, tapped that level, rejected, held support here, right? Oh, should I never die? Let me see something. Okay. Yeah, so definitely we can't really start taking any buys. I can't really anticipate the buys as of yet. I mean, if we close like this on the hourly, if we close just like this on the hourly, which would be a 4-hour close as well, inside the range, I'll probably wait for a bottom wick towards these areas, and then we can start taking some buys, right? Then we can start taking buys. But as of now, yeah, this is not something to play. Yeah, I'll only take a closure above we're talking about right now. Okay, cool. So I believe we're gonna be waiting for the 1-hour close. Yep, gonna be waiting for the 1-hour close. All right, catch a vibe. 10 seconds left for a closure on the hourly here. Let's see, what does that look like on the 4 as well? So on the 4, that's a closure below 205.663, right? Interesting. All right, so now there's our closure. I'll look to the left here real quick. So we closed. I was respecting, right? Had a decent top wick there, closed respecting. Yeah, looking to the left here, even if we're gonna take buys, or even if we're gonna have buys minimum, you're expecting 205.131, right? So you're expecting the bottom wick to at least this level down here before you start taking your buys. Okay, closing below. That's an interesting closure for sure. Okay, boom. All right. See, put that there. Okay, so I mean, right here you closed so right here you closed below this level, right? It's below this level of resistance, which we have seen, or which we can see, has driven us down quite a bit in the past, right? So what I'm gonna do here, given that to be the case, right? Given that to be the case, I love. Okay, close above, below, close below. Yeah, because of the way we closed on this hourly, let me see the 4-hour though. 4-hour also closing below this level. On the 4, have we driven down from that level before? Let me see. I put this here. Pretty much the same level, right? Okay. Wake on that. All right, so I'm willing to take these sales towards the downside. All right, I don't think price is gonna run to the downside, but there is potential. There is potential for the sales though. There is potential for the sales though. Yeah, there's potential for the short-term sales here. Just because of how price came back inside this range, right? We rejected up there, came back into this range. Looking at the 4-hour, you'll see that when price closes respecting this level here, you usually tend to come down towards 205 for that bottom wick, right? Usually tend to come down towards 205. Okay, I'm liking the top wick on this candle. I mean, initially everything was saying buys, right? Initially everything was saying buys. We had the whole shindig of the weekly coming back to make a bottom wick before we start taking the buys. Daily could also use a bottom wick, but I mean, this is enough of one just based off of what we saw previous price action do. Yeah, so yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait on this one. Let me see. Close respecting, not just there. Let me see this. Close respecting on your way up. Up, close respected. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens, because really price could continue to push up, right? So I'm looking at this here, right? So I have price holding support at 205.178. Came up, respected, right? Rejected off that level, bottom wick, drove up towards 206.037. That's interesting. That is interesting. Ooh. 51313. Yeah, let's see what happens. But given this 4-hour closure, and again, if I'm taking sales, I'm not taking it on. I'm not expecting it to be a long-term drive down or anything crazy like that, right? Okay. That's our closure below. So I would say, yeah, that's enough of a top wick, I'd say. Yep, that's enough of a top wick. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm not gonna put in a sell stop, but this is what I'm looking at currently. So those are the top of the 4. Yep, that's the 4-hour highs. I don't need more than this. I don't need more than these highs. If we want to be humble, we push it up here, but I don't really need more than those highs for what I'm thinking this trade is supposed to be anyways, right? So if we come down, we flip, we take out these lows, I'll look to get into position. We have our BE level about 15 pips away. Once price taps into this level, might start to come back up, might take you out BE then drive, right? Or you might just start retracing back to the top side. But that's what I'm saying we're going to. In terms of TPs, right? In terms of TP, I'm not expecting this to run right now. Right, I'm not expecting this to run right now, especially, I mean, it's Asian session, right? Early Asian session, so I'm not exactly expecting that to run. But if we were gonna run, I'd say you're coming down here to make a bottom wick for the weekly, right? Yep. Which is that's all the way down there, respected here. So I'd say you're looking at this level right here. Oh. Yep. All right, cool. All right, so we're coming down. We are coming down. When is lunchtime in Tokyo? The Tokyo Stock Exchange again? Forget. So I'm not in the position yet, but we are coming down here. So I'ma just get ready. Let me look at something real quick. Look at the 4. Say no more. Tout le monde. Yeah, so I mean, it came back close below. A continuation to the downside. All right, cool. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. See my stops. Entry is there. Stops 206.174. Old social never die. 206.196. I get the coconut here in a long time. Since 1990, about that time. All right, let's see. So we got a bit of volume here. Always a good thing. We like to see some volume in the charts. Okay, and almost activated. Want to take out those lows. We want to take out those lows and we'll be in there. Oh, soldier never die. And true. Okay, boom. So right there, we just took those cells. So let's see what happens here. So we're in these cells now. Stops are where 206.196. TP currently, anyways, TP we're looking at is something similar or similar move to this candle here, right, where you have that flash rejection of this level to drive down, right? So TP would be 204.735, give or take, right? 204.736. Yep. All right, cool. So we're in this position. Let's see what happens here. Ideally, yeah, I mean, once we tap into this level here, we're gonna start considering moving to our to break even. Yeah, just because really with the way this formed, right, you tap this level, you tap this level of support that drove you up partially, right, to retest this level again. It wasn't enough, right? That level wasn't enough to push you through. So now you should be coming down to a lower level to push back up, or you should just be pushing or you should just be pushing down, right? In general, anyways. So what I'm gonna do is, as soon as we tap into this level, I'm gonna go break even, right? As soon as we tap this level, so that is gonna be break even. This level right there, it's gonna be break even, and then TP, hopefully it will be somewhere around there. But you know, if I want to be realistic, I mean, even this is a realistic, I mean, it's not, it's a very realistic TP. And actually, to be honest, let me see, probably would pick something like this. Yes. So TP really is 204.82. 204.82. Hello, Moto. All right, cool. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. So we've turned around. Now we're fluctuating. Let me say that we're fluctuating. Let's see what actually happens here. Yeah, I mean, we're managing. We're actively gonna be We're gonna be actively managing the position, of course, right? So 15 minutes just closed, or 15 minutes about to close, rather. I get the coconut here the one time since 1990. About that time. All right, 15 minutes just closed. Closed respecting that level. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Doesn't mean much to me, but it's a good thing. Cool. All right. Now we wait. Now we wait. In position. Oh, so never die. All right. Cool. So now it becomes a waiting game. All right, bye bye. So we back. Let me see. Okay, mic working? Yep. All right, so we've come down, we flipped. I mean, we flipped before, right? It's not like we didn't flip before. So we flipped now we're coming back up again. So a lot of oscillation in this level, or in these ranges, right? Playing back and forth right here. We'll see who ends up winning this tug of war, right? We'll see who ends up winning this tug of war. I'm curious to see how this 30-minute is gonna close. I think as long as you close inside this range, I do think you're gonna drive down, at least to our BE areas, right? At the very least, you're gonna drive down to see our BE areas. But yeah, we'll see. 30 minutes and 30-minute closure in about 7 minutes. All right, vibe out. so about to have this 30-minute closure. We're about to have a 30-minute close. Let's see. I get the coconut here the long time. Since 1990, about that time. The toxic get one place, yeah. That went this side way. Come on. I did talking to the mic. I was speaking into the wrong mic, y'all. Alright, cool. So there goes a closure. There goes a closure. All right, and so yeah, so this might either be a quick in and out trade, right? And both ways, really, right? Both ways, right? So we could come back. Yes, stopped out at BE. We're not at BE yet. I want to actually tap that level, right? So I like that we're making a top wick first before we come down. I want to actually tap that level, and then once we tap that level, I'll go BE. Then c'est la vie, right? C'est la vie. So I might not even hold all the way to 204.826. 205 might be a decent level for closures here. All right, that might be a pretty decent level on its own. Probably gonna wait for the hourly to make that decision. We'll see how the hourly closes, but for now we're still not BE, right? We're still full risk still on the table, right? We still have risk on the table here, but once we come down, tap this level. I like we made a top wick. Once we come down and tap this level, we're gonna move to BE. No point in putting our stops on these highs, right? There's really no point, because if we're not gonna run here. Well, nah, there is some merit to that, actually. Actually, is some merit to that. Well, no, that's a lie. Okay, is it closed below? Boom, came back up. Yeah, maybe there is. I don't know. We'll see. We'll make a decision. Oh, Lord have mercy. Since 1990, about that time. Alright, cool. Vibe out. came down, tapped that level. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move my stops to these highs. Gonna move my stops to the 30-minute highs right here, and we'll see what happens. Originally I was gonna wait for the hourly to close, but yeah, tapping into that level, if you're gonna drive down, I don't really think you should come back up here. I don't think you should. I mean, I don't think you should flip on the hourly at all if you're gonna drive down at this point. But yeah, we'll see. All right. 20 minutes left for a 30-minute close. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, vibe out. All right, we back. So we have about 2 minutes left here for a closer. Let's see what price does. Do we hit our modified stops, so to speak? Let's see what happens. See what happens. So 2 minutes left for this hourly close. I'm gonna wait for this hourly to close. If we close respecting like this, I mean, I want to see a top wick first and then, right, then a push. So if we close, you know, respecting like this, I'll probably move my stops up here just until we have a top wick and a flip, right? But if we do close above here though, if we do close above these levels, I most likely will close the position. Right, I'll close the position in minor loss, right? A minor loss. Because then it's something else, right? If we close above, then that the reason I took the position, right? The reason I'm still in the position, it's no longer valid, right? Because I'm aiming that we're gonna push down from these areas, right? So if we end up closing back above, we're gonna have to just, you know, take that L for not too much of a loss, right? Not too much of a loss. Let's see. Hey, if you're in this position though, don't forget, leave a like, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to let it rip. Let them rip. Let them rip. I woke up feeling brand new. I woke up feeling brand new. How about you? All right. So hourly about to close. Let's see. Couple seconds. Okay, boom. So there goes your closer. So close respecting on the hourly, not bad, right? So now we're coming up. I need this to make a top wick and then flip. So I'm gonna move my stops. Never mind. My stops are staying where they are. Yeah, that has to sort of. Yeah, nah, that's not enough of a bottom wick, or not enough of a drive. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna move my stops back up. Well, maybe not all the way back up. I'm gonna move my stops right here. I'm gonna move my stops to this hourly high, which is also, yeah, that 4 hour. Yep, you're gonna drive down, you don't need to. Yep, so I'm gonna move my stops back up there because you might actually come up and take out these highs but still flip and drive down, right? So yeah, right now I'm waiting for this to flip convincingly, right? So we don't need to drive fully, right? We don't really need to drive fully, but I want more of a clearer push down, right? Clear bottom wick, if that's what we're going for. Hey. Okay, things are happening. Still floating about. Sometimes food no they give man joy, but Canadian now the feeling is different. Eden, my heart, Madu no do ba. Cause I know I'm so far later. Now every time I do so, yeah. Just a little serenading y'all with my vocals, my vocal talent. Hey. On my fault, y'all. I just kept the shit open. Yeah, vibe out. Yeah, we're just waiting for, pretty much waiting for the flip. Pretty much waiting for the flip of this candle to put my stops back at these highs, and then if we drive down tap, 205.31 will be fully at break even. Oh, my fault, yo. I just skipped the beat. Man's just tired, innit? Alright, cool. Let's see if we can flip, or if we can't flip on this candle. Let me see. I'm multitasking here. Alright, cool. Vibe out. We're about to flip, actually, so I'm gonna be here. We're about to flip. Still not flipping. Okay, interesting. Let's see. And still nothing. Okay. All right, so there's a flip. Yep. So convincing enough. There we have a flip. So my stops are gonna come back down. Here. Right? Cool. Cool. So basically we go again, right? So I'm expecting this to come down here minimum. I mean, if we're not gonna, yeah, I was gonna say even if we're gonna drive up, you're still gonna come down and check out these lows, but that's not exactly true. Don't really have to. I don't think. Having already formed this bottom wick here, I don't think you have to. All right. All right, cool. Let's see what happens. We're in the position. Let's see what happens. Vibe out. back at it again. Okay, so looks like we're coming back up again. Let me see. Why is it showing that? All right. Yeah, so looks like we started coming back up again on this candle. 15-minute close already, closed above that level. Yeah, I mean, pretty good chance we're gonna come up and take out these highs. All right, take out previous hourly highs. Yeah, I mean, we could extend our stops right now just so we don't accidentally take the, I say accidentally, but so we don't take out those highs before we get a 30-minute closure, or in case we do take out those highs before a 30-minute closure, right? So let me see, 30-minute is about 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away, so that'll be the 4 taking out its own high. Huh? That's interesting. Yeah, this 30-minute is gonna be key. I'm gonna move my stops up here again. I'm just gonna move my stops up there again. We're not gonna drive before a 30-minute closure. I'm fairly certain we're not gonna drive before a 30-minute closure, so I'm gonna move my stops up there again. I want to see how this 30 closes. We close above on the 30, I'm gonna close the position, regardless of where we are. This is gonna close the position, but if we close below here, I'm gonna move my stops back to these highs over here. All right, and that will be the last time I'll move them. All right, because at that point, I don't really think you should be coming back. If the move you're looking for here are gonna be sells, I don't think you would be coming back. But yeah, let's see what happens. The spreads are crazy right now. Okay, no, those aren't spreads, never mind. I was looking at some lines on my what's it called, on my broker, on my broker's chart. Yes, it looked like the spreads were crazy, but it was just a line I put there. All right, cool. Yeah, we're in position, so let's wait. This 30 minutes should be a determining factor. This 30-minute right here is gonna be a determining factor for sure. All right, cool. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Vibe out. Okay, so 30 minutes about to close. Let's see what this 30 is saying. Okay, so there goes our close on the 30. All right, there goes our close on the 30. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my stops right here. All right, I'm gonna put my stops right there. Gonna put my stops right there. Yeah, if you're gonna reject off this level, you don't really need a top wick off. I mean, on the 30 anyways, you don't need a top wick, right? So this should just start dropping down. If this drops down heavy, right, if you continue to drop down like this, maybe flip on the hourly. What's that? My fault, y'all. 1 sec. Okay, yep. Yeah, so if you continue to drive down here, flip on the hourly, I reckon you should be able to continue to drive down here to at least tap 205.088. But yeah, we'll see. You might just come down here, hold support over here, and then, you know, fuck off to the top side, you know. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'll say this though, it's pretty I can't really say that. I was about to say there's a pretty low chance that we do continue down here, but this hourly did close below, right? So this is just right now, this is just like noise. But thing is, we can get in another position, right? As long as we don't drive, right? Hence why my stops are I already moved my stops. No point in keeping this open, right? So even if we come up, and we hit our stops up there, you could still get into another position, right? Based on where price closes, right? Where price ends up closing on the hourly, and still maybe even get, you know, maybe even get a better entry. So we'll see. We will see. Cool. Yep, so we're just waiting for the hourly here. Driving back down here. We are driving back down. Now that you've tapped into this level, this is do or die, right? I would say if you're not confident in the position anymore, I would advise you take out, you know, you close the position right there, because that's pretty much break even, right? Give or take, right? Give or take a few pips, pretty much break even. But now that you're coming down again and you're flipping, now I'm a little bit more confident. So yeah, my stops are gonna stay where they are until this hourly candle closes, or until we hit stops. One of the two, either or. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Cool. Vibe up. so we just got stopped out of that position. All right, we just got stopped out for partial loss, or well, partial risk anyways. Yeah, we're gonna just wait. We're gonna wait, let price cook up once more. Let's see what price wants to do here. If you do end up driving above, yeah, let's see what price has in store for us. We might drive up, or we might just start to reject. All right, let's see. Trade staking. Got pound yen. How many pips was that? That was about 26 pips, give or take. Okay. Record, unfortunately, 25, and then November record, so the monthly, another L, fortunately. Yeah, so I can't call that break even, because you know, already I had separate levels for break even and the loss, right? So that one I can't really call it break even. Can't really call that break even. Oh, I'm curious to see how this next candle closes though. Closure above could signal buys as well. We'll see. Vibe out. Okay, so there goes, well, couple seconds left for this hourly to close. Couple of seconds left for that. Okay, my fault, y'all. So there goes the first hourly closer. Yeah, so definitely we cannot take buys yet. Definitely cannot take any buys yet. My fault, y'all. I just hit a jolt. I was falling asleep. All right, cool. So now we've closed above 205.663. Okay, so what I want to see here is probably a bottom wick closure above, then we can start taking buys. So regardless, I'm not really in until we start to push. Crazy. All right, cool. I'll let price do its thing, and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hop off right now, keep the stream going, but I'm gonna hop off, and yeah, we'll see what go on. I for you. I'm sleeping off, but nah. Yeah. So what we would like to see is something like this, right? Price already closed above there, so now what we need is something like cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I completed my sign off or not. I ain't gonna lie, I'm skipping beats right now. I'm mad tired. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stream's gonna stay on. All right, I'm gonna stay. Keep the stream going. Hopefully we may get something. London session, right? All right. Peace.